died, and that is where they were buried. Again, makes a place for all the hotspot activities.
I see a lot of parallels between the Red Indians, the ancestral Indians, the ones who used to follow yoga and Tantra Vidya, because even they also, the Aghoris especially, who are in tune along with nature.
Yeah.
Even in China, for that matter, a lot of people are in tune with nature. They don't believe in that central one figure of a deity or a god or whatever like that, but they worship nature. Even the tribals in Africa, the rainforest in Amazon.
In Asia also there are
I find these souls very, very powerful.
Yes.
Because these souls are not just conserving themselves, but they are protected by the universe as well.
Yeah.
So
and they are using nature to manifest. They don't need, of course they need EMF, the basic thing hota hai. But then above and all, once they have gathered the EMF, they are also taking energy from trees, air, thunders, ether, soil, everything that is there, everything that contains energy, it's a battery for them.
it is like they are one with nature.
Yeah.
So you harm nature and the universe will take your case.
Yes.
So in the same way, you harm one of these people and the universe will
take your case. True. So that's why I'm saying that whatever happened, of course it is written back in the 1800s, and ये जो पूरा का पूरा narration है, जो story है, जो scenario है, was found from few of the letters जो वहाँ पे recover किए गए थे. Then the conservationists, they went on to find out. Could be exaggeration because तब ना, I'm sure you know कि तब भी लोग जब लिखते थे ना, वो थोड़ा सा बहुत ऐसे loudly लिखते थे. Like छोटा सा चीज होगा, but इतना loudly. For example, Julius Caesar died, but उसका murder को इतना बड़ा stabbing किया गया. Like some grand event happened. Of course, he was a great whatever emperor, king जो भी है. But the way it's written, it will give that grand vision कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ था करके. So this could also be the reason of this writing the way it's written. But I'm saying I might not discount or say कि there could be some angle other than what you said. The human motive.
No, I say the humans manipulated the witch. I say that the witch was there. I don't deny the fact that the witch was there. The witch was there. But the witch could have been a positive or a negative one. That is for people to know. One person might be good to one person and really evil to another. That is a matter of perspective, right? As I say, the patriot and a revolutionary are only other side or two different sides of a single date. राइट एक डेट से पहले रेवोल्यूशनरी जो है वो पेट्रियट है और वो डेट के बाद जब कोई नया राजा बन गया जो पेट्रियट है वो रेवोल्यूशनरी है अब सो इन दिस केस द विच वाज देयर द एलिमेंट्री जो ये जो था setting up जो था the cave and the water system and everything, the mounds especially where the Red Indians used to stay and everything, that was all there to be manipulated, and it was manipulated why? Because of one person's ego. The one of all the brothers that you mentioned, all the brothers and sisters, he's the only one to have inherited his father's name. So can you imagine the pride that he might be having in him? That I am the main patriarch of the family right now. I'm going to take this forward.
नहीं, अच्छा, you are saying the witch. I'm saying there's a whole different angle कि witch था ही नहीं. It was all cultivated by John Jr. to lead where it led to.
Then it leaves to others. Which थी ना? Right? Because then who is the one who helped people around over there?
And in short, which थी, लेकिन which के नाम का बिल फाड़ा है जॉन.
Exactly. This is my point.
हाँ, मतलब जो बहुत सारी चीजों का ना.
This is my point. He not only witch ka, he used the caves also to deliver his messages. The whisperings that you see. In fact, a lot of investigators have gone to the cave right now, and even they have heard voices coming from there.
And when as you both were talking ना बीच में भी जब बात कर रहे थे, I was very honestly मैंने नहीं सुना है तुम दोनों क्या बोल रहे थे, because मैं पूरी चली गई थी वो केव में. मेरी पूरी consciousness was in the cave, and वो cave में ऐसा मुझे feel हो रहा था as if there are tunnels going from inside.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. A tunnel system, पूरा catacombs. I mean, there is water passing through the caves. It's a wet cave.
Through the caves. अच्छा, you said that.
It's similar to the Meghalaya caves.
मतलब I was just drawn as a whoosh करके I just went to the cave, and पूरा अंदर there is, it's like I literally want to visit that place. बहुत अंदर deep tunnels, connections, and बहुत कुछ है.
Even
I can imagine this way because see, every summer we used to go to our native place in Goa, right? And every time we used to go and visit the freshwater springs. We know Goa is a land of beaches and all, and beaches में जाके वो salt water से बात लेना was therapeutic after a whole year of working manual labors वाले. And then after we used to go to the freshwater springs, which was very cool even in the summers. Why? Because this water used to trickle down the roots of every herbs and trees and everything, and it used to be medicinal. We used to collect that and get it back. That was how medicinal it was. Now imagine the Red River passing through the mounds of these dead Red Indians, the herbs and everything, and trickling all through that and coming through the caves, which we know caves actually are the mother of all the crystals that we get. Right, a lot of stalactites, stalagmites in the caves lead to a lot of calcification and a lot of crystals being formed. Can you imagine the water carrying what energy through that?
Yeah.
Right.
No, true. But why, if we leave your psychic readings, both of yours, why is it necessary to believe that there is a witch or there was a witch? What if I'm saying I'm taking this to a complete crime angle, where John Jr. wanted to inherit everything, not just whatever was written for him, but every damn thing. Of course, if John Sr. has so many of kids, he might have thought, you know what, I'll give something to John. If he's the eldest one, I'll give something major to handle, then other things. And then it is mentioned that he accumulated a lot of wealth and reputation when they shifted and they created that farm. A lot of his kids started having their own farms, which means they're quite, wealthy out there. I'm saying, what if John Jr. just wanted to inherit every damn thing that John Sr. had? As a result, he started feeding the fear of witch, because back then it was the fear of witch. He started sharing things of witchcraft and everything, kind of started brainwashing them into believing that there is a witch. Of that thing where the sister says when they were having a night out, she felt something. It was probably just John trying to say something. Let's say it was a proper dramatization of every event that is mentioned here. Because let's say John knew how to speak in a female voice. No one knew how the witch sounded. किसी को नहीं पता. कोई ऐसा हम लोग बात कर रहा है, पीछे कोई इंसान खड़ी होकर अगर ऐसा आवाज निकाल देगा, हम बोलेंगे ये विच है करके. And he just has to maintain the anonymity and stay hidden and continue everything. Considering so much fear that he has already fed into everyone, the main reason के विच है Red Indian है, आधी लोगों की फट जाती है उस समय.
I agree to this, Sarva, because you continue with your point.
Yeah.
I agree to this. You know why? Because we know what is a sinister voice or what is a ghostly voice, what we have learned or what we have heard in popular culture.
Yeah.
Movies में दिखाते हैं, this is a witchly voice,
Yes.
noise, right? Ghost कौन होते हैं? जो movies में दिखाते हैं.
Yeah.
We know ghosts actually don't look like that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Demons don't look like that. But उनको दिखाया बड़ा नाखून, बड़ा दांत, ये witch होता है,
Yeah.
horns के साथ devil होता है, and this is exactly what has been portrayed. I completely agree to what you said.
That's why. So I'm just saying, what if everything John Jr. could be just doing all of that because he just wanted everything from the family. Everything that is mentioned here from start to end was all his master plan to get those things, is what I believe is another angle.
So from the entire top to bottom, the first reason was the elements, that is
Yeah.
the deaths of all the Red Indians or whatever like that, the spirits that they had. After that came all the elements, that is the cave, the water system, and the cemeteries and the churches and the water, whatever that was running through that. Then there was also a witch, because people actually saw a woman with black clothing passing through
The sisters, na?
with the three, yeah, especially the sisters, also the brothers. But then after she used to disappear from front of the brothers, she used to come to their property with the three children whom the brothers couldn't see.
Yeah.
All of this completely coupled up along with the human greed, as you said, John
Yeah.
Jr. He manipulated all these things together, and then afterwards, gave fruit to his own sinister plans of eliminating everybody. So I think this was the entire dissection.
But a place worth investigating, I think. That just reminds me, we should go to caves of Meghalaya.
So this time, if we go, suppose if we go investigating this place, are we speaking to Kate or are we speaking to John Jr.?
First John Jr. Bring that fucker down. And then we'll go to Kate. But considering a lot of investigators have heard female voices वहाँ से आते हैं from inside the cave. There is some female entity, we don't know if it's a witch or something. But whatever it is quite audible in a way कि वो presence feel कराती है through audio only because only EVPs capture होते हैं वहाँ पे majorly. So whatever is written here kind of just proves because इसमें भी इनको सिर्फ सुनाई दे रहा था. And now again the investigators are capturing. So but again these are just assumptions and calculated dissections of certain things. क्या हो सकता है क्या नहीं हो सकता है. We cannot conclude.
But Sarva, the whisperings that you hear right now are very faint whispers to which they put a caption down and make us hear that.
Yeah.
It is like, Jose's misheard lyrics or probably those things that we hear. I mean, you can hear both the ways.
Yeah.
Some things like, there was one meme that was made. Na? In pink, there was something else written
Yes,
and
yes,
in
yes.
blue, there was something else
It's
written.
the
and-
human mind.
Yeah, and whatever
Once
you see, you
the
will
text. Yeah, but I think three of us and few of the investigators I know, I think with time we have now realized if we are getting turned on by the text or it is actually what we are hearing. Irrespective of what we are hearing, we cannot deny that it was a female voice. For example, in Vasai investigation 2, a lot of things are inaudible. If I had to go very deep into analysis and add text of what I'm hearing, I'm sure every person जो वीडियो देखेगा उसको ही वही सुनाई देगा. But because मेरे को लोगों का क्लाउड मतलब लोगों का जजमेंट क्लाउड नहीं करना था, I didn't put any text because मुझे खुद को इधर उधर सुनाई दे रहा है. How can I? Why should I manipulate what the viewers are watching? So I kept it very open. You know, if you are hearing something, comment down below. Because for example, in that particular section, while Pooja and Saujanya heard yeah, you heard bat.
Yeah.
So it did sound like yeah. It sound.